What's up YouTube? It's me, Wild. I'm back with another video for y'all. I just know you're going to enjoy it. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make fire roasted mesquite bean coffee, the Nueces Strip style. Now I know what you're thinking. What's the Nueces Strip? The Nueces Strip is actually located here in South Texas. That's the Nueces Strip, all that. And mesquite beans are in season too, so I figured why not make the video. Because I've made this coffee ever since I was a little kid, growing up here in South Texas. And now I want to share it with you guys. So let's go! Woohoo! First thing you want to do is find yourself a mesquite tree, like this one, or this one, or this one. You know, just about any mesquite tree would do just fine. And so you see, this is what you kind of want to look for, are these beans that are real dark maroon, reddish color. These are the better ones. You can also get the brown ones, they're just fine, but these are the much sweeter ones. And you want to listen for that rattle. So these are the beans that you want, right here. So I went to Lowe's and bought this little, $20 grabber, and it works great, and you can just pick them up. You can put them all on a line like that, and then you can just grab them like that. Take your bucket, put them in your bucket. So I'm going to pick these up, and then we're going to go to another tree. Now this little grabber that I bought is also good for these areas with the tall grass in it, because usually there's rattlesnakes in there and something you don't want to be messing with. So you can just take your little pincher or grabber, you can go right down in there, just find a bean, pull the bean right out. Yeah. So now that you got your mesquite beans here, you got to inspect them for holes, discolorization, bad spots, various other things. Any good mesquite bean obviously shouldn't have any of that on it. If it has a bad spot or a hole in it, get rid of it. If it's good, keep it. You're going to want to use it. Now of course you also want to prefer to find the ones that have a maroonish red color to them. The darker the bean, of course that rattle. You want to make sure you got a good strong rattle on them. These are pretty good. So what I like to do is I like to check them out one by one individually. I also like to break them up into quarters, like that. It makes the washing and roasting part easier. So yeah, get these broken up and then get back to you.
Para mi gente, con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando, yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.
Once you're done sorting the mesquite beans, just give them a quick rinse in some water. Here, all you're really doing is knocking off all the loose dirt and dust that's on the mesquite beans. But make sure that's not too long, because they'll start to soften up on you. And this also makes drying longer. So just a quick rinse, a minute tops, and you should be good to go. Now that you're done washing, I like to take the beans out of the bucket and place them on a drying sheet like this one. So take them out of the bucket, place them on the sheet, and kind of just spread them out a little bit. You want a nice even layer. And then take this sheet and lay it out in the middle of the sun. So now that you got all your mesquite beans on the drying sheet, just take the drying sheet, place it in the direct sunlight, come back in about 10, maybe 20 minutes, and they'll be dry. So it's been about 20 minutes since we placed our beans out in the sun to dry, and they're already pretty dry. So we're gonna roast them. And the way we're gonna roast these beans is the newest strip style, which is inside a Dutch oven over a campfire. So yeah, let's go do that. Okay, so before we start to roast the beans, we gotta start us a fire. So just take the gasoline, pour it all over there. Oh yeah. You wanna use a lot of it too. So here we go. Let's light this shit up. Yeehaw! So the wood now is pretty much burned down, but it's still giving off a lot of heat. What you want is you want really hot coal. You don't necessarily want that flame. So as soon as that flame dies down and that coals come up, your fire is good to go. So now that you got your fires died down a little bit, what I like to do is I like to take my Dutch oven and kind of kick it off to the side, not quite in the center of the heat. This way, if it's too hot, I can pull fire away from it. Too cool, I can bring fire back to it. So that's why I always like to offset it just a little bit.
It's roasting time. Let's make some magic.
So now that you got your Dutch oven ready to go, just take your beans and put them right in. Just like that. So now that you have your mesquite beans in your Dutch oven, it's going to take a little while for it to heat up. This is just a little piece of mesquite wood that I cut down earlier, just to spin it, just to keep it moving around. You want to make sure they get a nice even roast all the way around. For a dark roast, it'll take about maybe 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. So you just want to keep moving them around every couple of minutes. So here we have our roasted mesquite beans that have already been roasted and ready to be ground up. So in this video we're going to be using our good old-fashioned grinder. It works great with mesquite beans. So what you want to do is you just want to take about a small handful of mesquite beans, take your top rock and crush it. So grind it down all the way till you get to where it is right there. And that's what you're going to use to make your coffee out of. Now I have some like this already ground up, and this is what we're going to be using. So now it's time to make us some good old-fashioned mesquite bean coffee.
Add in 5 cups of water to your pot. Insert the basket, like so. Now what I like to do is a 1-to-1 ratio. 1 for Texas, 2 for the ladies, 3 for my homies, 4 for the gods, and 5 just because I'm cooler than you. Now once you've added all your coffee, just pack it down like this, make a nice even layer. Next insert the cover like so, close the lid, and now you're ready to brew the mesquite bean coffee. Now an old school trick is to use the lid of your Dutch oven as a stovetop, like so. Then all you have to do is place your coffee pot or your percolator on top of that and let it go to work. This also prevents it from spilling or tipping over. So I ended up moving the coffee pot onto the coals because it was taking too long for the lid to heat up. But normally the lid does work if you do have a few extra minutes to spare. So just bring the coffee to a boil for a few minutes and you're ready to enjoy. Pour the coffee into your cup, just like that. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Now I'm gonna make it the way I like it. First thing is add a tablespoon of honey. Next, a little bit of sugar, or a lot of sugar. And to help cut out some of the bitterness, a little bit of creamer. Or in my case, a lot of creamer. Oh yeah, just like that. You also want to make sure you concentrate real hard on the stirring part like me. And voila.
And so there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mesquite bean coffee. Let's give it a taste. Woo! That's good. I think I went a little heavy on the creamer, but that's alright. Anyway, that about wraps it up for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on all my other social media. Also, if you're interested in buying some of this coffee from me, write to me in my email. I have it linked in the description below. Adios!